So guess what? Real quick, you just got all of the different little pieces, okay? So now, let's have you bounce to anywhere. Let's see if we can get you back to the puzzle. Let's see how we can reconstruct the story. Go home for just a minute. Say I went to the calendar in October. Why don't you right here over in the search thing, go 10-1, hit time. What have I got in 10-1? Go. Oh, I've got a wedding for Anderson. Click on number 4, either on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. There's some other links on that right-hand side. Boom. Oh, this is tied to Nicole. Oh, it's also tied to invoice number 28. Like, you're already connecting your story, okay? From any which way you wanted to go. How much does she still owe me on this? Oh, looks like she still owes me, scroll down a little bit, what does it say? $550. She still owes me $550 on this. Boom, 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 boom. Wherever you go, you're able to do it because all of the pieces are there. You're able to connect these systems.
Very cool.
So if Nicole calls back in and changes some things, I can look her under Nicole Anderson, or I can look her under telephone number.
Mm-hmm. Or under the date that she's on, or if you wanted to actually go to the invoice and look her up that way. Like, once she exists in the system, if you can remember anything about her and remember where it's stored, you can go find her and her information and how it's all interconnected and how it plays together.
Yeah, you'd probably want to look her up by the date. That would probably be the easiest, right?
Correct, and I just used the quick search up there to kind of hammer in that date, and then it's like, bam, what have I got?
Scenario that you could just look at the calendar for October.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, see what's going on.
Yep, so you'd go element of time homepage, do a quick little flip of the date, show me all of October.
That's what I was just wondering.
So then you would just have to show hide that, flip it to October, go, boom. Now I'm in October. Here's what I got. So we just quickly flipped in there.
And then from there, I have that it's the ID 4, and it's also Nicole Anderson.
It's tied to Nicole, yeah. And it runs from 1 to 3. In the calendar view, it's going to show like this, but depending on the different views, it'll actually show you your spans and what I'm actually blocking or whatever.
So I have a question about that. According to permissions in the calendar, you could make that calendar show somewhere where maybe even people could see it that were looking for dates, but they couldn't make any changes.
Correct.
They just see, oh, it's the Anderson wedding, I can't choose that date, I can choose another date.
Oh, cool. I mean, so you can have a computer that you just gave it permission to go to the calendar, right?
So,
even on a website.
like, she's even talking like, let's take this and make it customer facing, meaning like almost e-commerce type thing, like,
Okay.
hey, here's
on the website.
Here's what my bookings are currently. We might be able to do a Wednesday because that's the only one that doesn't have a date. Like, they're looking at your calendar virtually, or what you tell it to do. Like, here's the cool piece, okay? If you actually say, let's make this thing customer exposed, you could contact the person at Adilas and be like, here's what I want. I want a little page that does this, but I only want my weddings and my outdoor events. I don't want any internal staffing stuff or any other stuff showing. I went, oh, cool, no problem. And so we basically filter your data, show it, we charge a couple $100, and you have your custom piece out the door for $200. Done.
That you put on your website.
And then she modifies it from the back end, but as soon as she does anything, even if she changes the date, oh man, they need to go from 1 to 4 instead of 1 to 3, she goes and finds number 4, she flips it just an hour later, shoop, and it automatically shows it on the calendar as far as what's going on, who's...
And I've never had to go to the website and change that or anything.
No, it's fed. It's fed. Yeah, it's literally fed.
So somebody could be looking at your calendar and all of a sudden it would go, whoa, they just took my...
Well, no, that's called push. They would have to actually refresh it, okay? Like, it's not dynamically going and refreshing itself, but they're looking at it.
The next day and went, oh, I think we can get it now.
It's automatically going to be fed, so anytime they look, or any changes that they're doing, what do we have in December? Okay, what do we have here? Like, as they're looking, what it's doing is it's querying live data, and we're pulling back just the filtered pieces that we want and need. We don't even have to show it like that. You could literally be like, cool, you want it like this, and you want it like this, and you want a little button that says, add me, like instead of like knowing where our little icons are, you could literally be like, Tanya, I know you're really good at graphics. Why don't you create me a little graphic, and I'll stick it in the corner that says add. And you click it, and it prompts, okay, I already know your date. What time are you looking for? You know, or like you could. That's called interface. That's called interface. And so that's a goal that you have. And what we do, Shannon, can I have you click on the Atlas formula one? It's on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a PDF on the taskbar.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Atlas formula, go to the top. Okay, guess what one of your results is right here, okay? So Tanya has this. One of her goals is, I need some custom output, okay? Guess what we're going to do in the background? We're going to mix functions. We're going to grab the scheduling and the customer relationship management pieces, and we're going to tie that to customers and elements of time, stuff like this, and we're going to be able to give that to you by mixing and blending to give you the results you want. Okay, that's considered custom, just like a little export.
And then the reason to do that is, number one, it didn't take me any time to do that out of my day. I didn't pay anybody anything to do that for the customer, but they felt like I gave them something individual and I cared about them, and all of a sudden they have a happy feeling about me. You know, like, oh, they care about me. But I didn't.
That's important.
But I didn't. A very small investment, larger return for having done that.
They're able to kind of check any other kind of stuff. There's parts of e-commerce that we're actually developing right now where if they actually have a username and password, some sort of a login, maybe it's like their email address and their zip code, great. Like everybody knows the zip code. You've already got the customer information. Maybe that's their login. They get to your site and they're like, what are my bookings? Oh yeah, sweet, got this. What's my invoice? Like they could virtually look at what you tell them that they can look at. They can't touch a thing, okay, because it's customer facing, but it's just a view of what's internal data. Okay, ooh, looks like I still owe some money. You know what? I'm right here online. I'm going to go ahead and pay for that right now. They use their credit card, don't even call you. All of a sudden you have $1,000 show up in your bank and they just solved an invoice or multiple invoices. Maybe they did that type of thing. You didn't do anything, but it all gets tracked into the main story and all of a sudden it says, hey, Nicole from e-commerce, from the back end, paid for her outstanding invoices. Here's the thing, it's actually hit your bank. Okay, are you ready to deposit that or record that deposit? Wrap it together. It's the story. If you dream it up, we will wire it up. We don't have that written as part of our documentation yet, but literally that's going to be one of the phrases we're going to start using, okay?
I like it.
If you dream it up, we wire it up, okay? And like literally it's cool. Everything that she has just asked for. You mean I could do this? You mean I could do this? What we do is Adilas comes out of the box as a certain package, okay? But what we want to tell you is once we have this data, if you want something special or custom, comes to that results piece right there. What is your goal? What is it that you're looking for? And let me show you how we're going to mix and blend these functions and players and concepts to get you what you want. Okay? This little page, it's teeny. It doesn't have anything that jumps out and says, wow, cool. But this is literally our business model on one page. As far as like, what do you want? Oh, I want to make a ton of money. Great. Here's how we're going to help you. Oh, I want to track things to it. This is our recipe.
That's your recipe.
See that little top line where it says results equals mix of functions, players, and concepts? That's what we do over and over and over and over again to any sort of business that wants to play. Okay? Are you a teacher and you want to track your students? Great. Are you a wedding planner and want to track your customers and have an online reservation thing? And great. Are you a car company and you want to sell oil changes and tire jobs and stock units and trailers and RVs and motorcycles and all this kind of stuff, boats, planes. Okay. Oh, are you a kitchen store and you just want to sell blenders and coffee makers and, okay, great. Like, are you an herbal business and want to sell little teeny itsy bitsy things, like micro ounces of this and that, and tinctures and all that kind of stuff? Great. Like, literally, what is your goal? Oh, my goal, my major pain is I can't even track this complex thing. Okay, cool. Here's how we're going to track this complex thing for you, okay? You tell us the goal. We help you kind of figure it out, or you figure it out yourself even, how you're going to mix and blend these pieces together. This is what Adilas does. So, anyway, I'll get off my soapbox.
No, that's huge. I think there's no person that doesn't want to hear that. Like, everything I want and anything I need, I can make.
I have a problem and you can solve it.
You can solve it, whatever it is.
Well, and I think the cool thing about it is too, is you're sitting here talking about, for my business, I want people to call and make appointments. And see, that would be so cool if I had a website and they could look at my calendar, but I also want to make sure that I have what they need there. So if they were going to say, I want to come in on this date and I want to make salves, or I want to make t-shirts, and if I show them my options, I would know a week ahead of time, oh man, I've got to order this because I've got somebody that's coming in to do it. I mean, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah, that would be
So at the end of the day, I can go, okay, I've got this person coming in here, I need to make sure I order that. I mean, that would just prepare me to be ready to help them.
So that's a mix of e-commerce, scheduling, and then kind of just a back-end entry where they can kind of go in and look at that. So a web presence, e-commerce, and scheduling all kind of mixed in one. You're mixing and blending functions and pieces of that type of thing, okay? So basically on business functions, number 11, web presence and e-commerce. Go up to number 6, calendar and scheduling. Go up to number 2, customer relationships. You're also dealing with number 1, inventory tracking. What's my stuff going? Okay.
Yeah.
Those are the different little functions that you're like, oh my goodness, I need this. Cool, no problem. Here's how we'll do it.
But the other thing too is because I'm a small business and I don't have a big inventory and I depend on somebody telling me ahead of time what it is that they're going to need, it helps me to have the inventory so I don't end up having too much. I can just customize my inventory to whoever's coming in because I know I can get this particular company to send it to me within 2 weeks. You know, I can work my inventory so I don't have too much of it. It's not too much of my money sitting there in inventory, so I'm customizing it to what people want.
You could totally do that, okay? Like you're talking a little bit of custom work, but basically all of the pieces that you're asking for exist. Where Adilas is heading is actually being able to expose that to your developer, and basically you'll have to give them permission. It's going to be locked down as tight as a box, okay? And then if you're like, okay, you know what, I need to do this and this and this, and here's just the information that I want to push outside, you have to authorize that, and then we have to just kind of wrap that up for you. It's literally, how are we going to show this? We have all the data, we have all of the tools in the back end that are adding, editing, connecting, doing all this kind of stuff. Which pieces are we going to just show you? Okay, it's awesome. It's awesome. If you can dream it up, we will wire it up. Literally. And if I'm not the only developer to do this, we are literally heading towards a model of recruiting interns and students and other master web developers. And guess what? A client could go to that web person. This is where we want to take to. So say you're a master web developer and a client's like, oh my goodness, here's what I want. And that person's like, no problem, I'm going to use this thing called an API, which is an application programming interface. That's a technical word, but they're like, cool, it's all documented. If I want to get elements of time, I have to use this function and pass in this parameters. Okay? Okay, make sure that that's authorized so that I can do that. But there's still checks and balances there. They get it, they get the raw data, and they're like, oh, I just wanted 4 pieces out of these 10. Sweet. Oh, I just want 2 pieces out of this. Like, once the data exists, once they can pull it, we can do this. This is where we're headed. That's some of our futuristic vision or future developments, but we are headed towards this in a world-building level, going to that level. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. So that's where we're headed.